Hi everyone, this is the fourth part of Hesiod's Works and Days. Agronomics in Hesiod's Works and Days. Hesiod is a Greek poet or writer and the first authority of agricultural practice. From the verse number 381 to the verse number 617 means in 237 verses, Hesiod is teaching economics of agriculture to his brother Perseus. Agronomics is a branch of economics that specifically deals with land usage. It focuses on maximizing the crop yield while maintaining a good soil ecosystem. Work with work upon work. Now Hesiod tells Perseus that how he should begin agricultural work and earn his livelihood. He says in the month of May, when the Pleiades, daughters of Atlas, are rising, he should start his harvest, and in the month of November, he should start plowing the land when Pleiades are going to set. Who are these Pleiades about whom Hesiod has written? Actually, these are seven nymphs who are the daughters of Atlas. Atlas in Greek mythology is the son of Aeacus. Aeacus is one of those 12 titans. Atlas is also the brother of Prometheus and Epimetheus. Atlas personified the quality of endurance. What happened when Atlas led the Titans in a rebellion against Zeus, means Olympian gods. Since Titans were defeated by Olympian gods, means Zeus, then Atlas was condemned to bear the heavens upon his shoulders as a punishment. Pleione is one of those 3,000 Ocean nymphs who were produced by Oceanus and Tethys. Oceanus and Tethys are also from those 12 titans. Together, Atlas and Pleione produce these seven nymphs, and their names are Electra, Maya, Taigete, Oceano, Calino, Sterope, and Merope. What happened when these seven sisters, means these seven nymphs, were pursued by hunter Orion? Orion was the son of Poseidon. Poseidon is one of the Olympian gods, the brother of Zeus. When Orion lustfully pursued these nymphs in Boeotia, then their prayer to be rescued from Orion was heard by Olympian gods, means Zeus, and then they were, means these nymphs were metamorphosed into doves and placed among the stars. So these are the stars about whom Hesiod is saying that in the month of May, when the Pleiades, daughters of Atlas, are rising, start your harvest, and in the month of November, start plowing the land when Pleiades are going to set. Now Hesiod says that Perseus should be prepared to start his work, and he should also know about the different seasons and varieties of crops, because there is a particular season for a particular type of crop. If Perseus fails to do it, he may go begging with his family among his neighbors, who will help them twice or thrice, but not every time he approaches his neighbors. Since gods have made working as the common law for men to earn livelihood, Perseus should now find a way to bear the burden of his livelihood to avoid hunger. Be prepared with everything at home. Now Hesiod says that firstly Perseus should get a house, a slave woman, and an ox. Taking these things, he should also be prepared with everything at home. For example, if Perseus doesn't have a thing he needs and his neighbor also refuses to give him that thing, in this case he may miss the opportunity and the season passes by. Hesiod further says that Perseus, complete your work in due time and don't be sluggish worker, because sluggishness at work causes great losses to man. About the seasons to prepare your instruments for plowing. Hesiod now says that when the autumn rain comes in the month of October and Sirius star passes over the heads of men, Sirius star was the god or goddess of dog star of the constellation Canis Major. The pre-dawn rising of the star in conjunction with the sun was believed to bring on the scorching heat of midsummer. So he says that prepare your instrument for plowing, chop crop and shape your timber of required measure, and use holm oak tree for plowing, for this timber is the strongest for oxen to plow with. About plows, timbers and oxen. Hesiod suggests Perseus to use two plows. It often happens that single plow might become unavailable or useless due to certain reasons. Poles of laurel tree or elm tree are the most free from worms, and a sheer beam of oak and a plow tree of holm oak. Further, you also get two oxen of 9 years, because at this age they are at their prime age and their strength is unspent, and they also not create any problem in the work field. Perseus choose an energetic person who is at the age of 40 years for scattering the seed, because he is the best man to do this, and give him good food for dinner. The middle of November is a signal for plowing. Now Hesiod says that the middle of November is a signal for plowing. When the season of rainy winter comes, feed up your oxen well, prepare everything at home and get ready to work. Make haste when you and your slaves alike, in wet and in dry, to plow in the season for plowing. Oper says, get up early in the morning, and your slaves should work as much as you all can to finish the work of plowing in its season. So, fallow land when the soil is still getting light. Fallow land is a defender from harm and a soother of children. Fallow land is a piece of land that is normally used for farming, but that is left with no crops on it for a season in order to let it recover its fertility. Land plowed but not seeded for one or more growing season to kill weeds make the soil richer. So these are the characteristics of the fallow land. For good management is the best for mortal man, as bad management is the worst. Hesiod advises Perseus to start plowing with a prayer to Olympian god Zeus and the goddess of harvest Demeter. When you, Perseus, start plowing the field, then your slave should follow a little behind with a mattock and make trouble for the birds by hiding the seeds, so that they may not be able to eat from the seed which are being sown. Mattock is an instrument for loosening the soil in digging, shaped like a pickaxe but having one end broad instead of pointed. Soon you, Perseus, for good management is best for mortal man, as bad management is the worst. Soon you, Perseus, will have good result with the grace of Zeus, and then you will not look wistfully to others, but others shall be asking you to help them in their needs. But Perseus, if you start plowing the ground in the month of December instead of November, you will grasp only a thin crop in your hand, yet the will of Zeus, who holds the aegis, The shield that Zeus holds in his hand is called Aegis, is different at different times, and it is hard for mortal man to tell. It means what will happen next no one can tell. For if you should plow late, you may find this remedy, that in the month of March, when cuckoo first calls in the leaves of the oak and makes men glad all over the boundless earth, if should should send rain on the third day and not cease until it rises neither above an ox's hoof nor falls short of it, then the late plover will vie with the early. Keep all this well in mind, and but it is better not to fail to mark grey spring as it comes, and the seasons of rain means it is better to complete your work in its season and do not go working beyond it, because you might uh, face some danger. Work harder in summer so that when winter comes, no work is left undone. Hesiod now advises Perseus that work harder in summer so that when winter comes, no work is left undone, and you have had enough burn. The days between the latter part of January and the earlier part of February are not good for work, because then Boreas, the Greek god of north wind, blows over the earth. Because of the north wind which blows in winter season, everything on the earth and forest makes mournful cry. It is so painful that everything in forest, like trees, beasts, shiver, but the keen wind cannot pass the fleeces of sheep because their wool is so dense. Further, it is so painful for an old man, because this wind makes the old man curve like a wheel. Hesiod continues with telling the effects of north wind even further. The tender maiden who stays indoor is untouched by its blow, and different creatures don't have enough food, for then the sun shows them no pastures, but it goes over the land and city of Egypt and shines very low in Greece. All kinds of animals, whether horned or unhorned, of the forest, chill to their bones and seek shelter to and fro in the forest. Their search for shelter in the forest is just like that of an old man who is walking with his staff, whose back is broken and whose head looks down upon the ground because of aging, means he doesn't have enough strength to walk easily. In the same way, these animals in the forest uh, cannot easily find a hiding place where they can hide themselves from the blow of the north wind. Types of clothing in winter season. Here he tells the way Perseus should dress up himself so that he could not catch cold in the winter season. He should use a soft coat and a tunic to the feet to shield his body. On his head above wear a shaped cap of felt to keep his ears from getting wet, for the dawn is chill when Boreas has once made his first attack. Do's and don'ts for the hottest wintry month. When the mist is spread all over the earth from a starry heaven upon the fields, and Boreas the north wind huddles the cloud, because of this sometimes it turns to rain towards evening and sometimes to wind. O Perseus, finish your work and return home ahead of him, and do not let the dark cloud from heaven wrap round you and make your body clammy and soak your clothes. Avoid it, for this is the hardest month, wintry, hard for sheep and hard for men. In this season, let your oxen have half their usual food, but let your men have more. For the helpful nights are long. Observe all this until the year is ended, and you have nights and days of equal length, and earth, the mother of all, bears again her various fruit. the beginning of the spring season. From the month of February to March, when Zeus makes an end of the winter season and the spring season is about to begin, Perseus prune the vines because it is the best time to do so. But when the spring season has started, do not go for digging vineyard, but sharpen your sickle and be busy in harvesting and bring home your fruits. In the month of June, which is the season of wearisome heat, then goats are the plumpest and the wine are the sweetest and women are the most wanton, but men are the feeblest at this time because Sirius parches head and knees and the skin is so dry through heat. Perseus eat good food and drink bright wine. In the month of July, Perseus set your slaves to winnow Demeter's holy grain on a smooth floor, which could be used to separate the grain from the straw, and it should be an airy place, means where this work is being done. After measuring your grain, store your grain in jars safely indoors, and then put all your slaves out of doors and try to find a servant girl with no children, because she is the best for such work. Find a dog with jack teeth and give him proper food, because this dog will keep watch on your stuff so that no one can steal your grain. Bring fodder for your oxen and mules and litter for their sleep. Stop working now and give your slaves some time to have rest. In the month of September, cut off all the grape clusters and bring them home. Show them to the sun 10 days and 10 nights, then cover them over for 5, and on the 6th day draw off into vessels the gifts of joyful Dionysius. Dionysus was the great Olympian god of wine, vegetation, pleasure, and festivity. Towards the end of October, remember to start ploughing in its season and follow my advice about the different seasons that pass on the earth. So these are the sources from where I have taken different information and image that I have used in this video. If anything is still left, kindly let me know so that I can correct. So we will meet in the next video. Till then, have a nice time. Bye.